Well, a very good evening, Kern County. Welcome back to Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. We've got a big one, and it is in downtown Bakersfield, where the Drillers of Bakersfield High School hosting the Titans of Frontier High School on this warm, balmy October Friday night. My name is Vance Palm, and as always, I am joined by our BHS Driller, UCLA Bruin Driller Hall of Famer Brian Adams. And it's a very special night for Brian for a lot of reasons. We'll get to that later, but here come the Titans out of the huddle after the kickoff. And a lot of storylines tonight as we get into a big football game with some big-time players, some big names here. Let's bring in Brian Adams. Brian, anytime a visiting team comes into BHS to play, it's going to be a challenge. But on a night like tonight, when at halftime they're going to be honoring some very special teams that went undefeated here, the vibe is even more for Frontier to overcome.
Well, you know, Vance, right now the Drillers just want to get back on track and establishing the kind of football they played up into the bump at Liberty. And they squeaked through one last week, and all you care is you get a victory. But let's see right now what Frontier can do. And right there, great pressure by the Driller front and forced a short pass going to Evan Moore, for short pass from Evan Moore, trying to hit Adam Hike. How you say that, Vance? Number 2.
Oh, Hike.
Hike. So I was right there. Thank you there,
right
sir.
I was going to say, wait a minute, you said it right. I don't know if I'm going to say it any other way. So it brings up a big third down right off the bat. The ball's on the 21-yard line of Frontier. They're going to go on the shotgun, and Moore keeps it, and he battles up to about the 26, 27-yard line. That's not going to be enough, so they're going to have to punt the football. And it's going to be 4th and short, but just a little too long here when you're on the road at BHS. Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. And Frontier's going to have to punt.
And Vance, that's a great start right there for the Driller offense. Let's see what they can do. Have dangerous return men and see if they have a chance to do anything. And right there, the ball is kicked well, and a nice bounce for Frontier.
So, Drillers will come out on their first possession. And Bakersfield High School, the Drillers started off with a dominating 5-0 record. They beat up on some historically very, very strong football teams in California. And then a big surprise 2 weeks ago when we were up calling the Shafter Bakersfield Christian game. The Liberty Patriots came in to Griffith Field and got a big win against the Drillers, and then last week they struggled a little bit against Independence, so there are some concerns amongst the Driller faithful, but we'll see what happens tonight. And we've got some movement, maybe encroachment.
We have Nick Ellis right there, Vance. He's going to give us the call, and that's exactly what it is. Defense is offsides. Pick up 5 yards for the Drillers, 1st and 5 still, Vance. But you're right, and then Frontier beat Liberty. And now there's a chance tonight, depending on who wins, it could be a 4-way tie, or Frontier could be out there by themselves, at least tie, but they'd have the tiebreaker against Liberty.
1st and 5. Pitch option out to the right side. Uh-oh, here we go. Look out, everybody. Look out. What a big run. And right off of the big, it's Lamicio Hill, and Hill with a big run. Wow. Looked a little too easy, eh?
You know, Vance, and we saw Lamicio make some big plays when we were out here against Garces. And the Drillers are already on it, lined up, ready to go. And I thought Rufus did a great job that time of reading everything. Vance gets the pitch off, and there's Lamicio going down the sideline.
So a 17-yard run brings up 1st and 10 again, the Drillers. And the whistles blow here as well. So penalty, good play, penalty.
Saying offsides again, and you see Coach Cornford right there trying to figure out what's going on, but it's going to be another 5 yards given up, and I don't think this is how the Frontier Titans had it in their dreams last night come to this game.
Wow, it did not look like a very crisp start to the play. Might have been some movement, but no penalties. About a 4-yard chunk they picked up. Reddick on the carry.
You know, right here, the Drillers have a 2nd and short because of that penalty on 1st down. But you said it, Vance, that snap didn't look too good and didn't look like they handled it real well, but that time a much better job and good job of the defense of Frontier reading it and hitting the first man through, and that looks like Jeremiah Reddick. And I couldn't tell if he got the 1st down, Vance.
He just came up short, so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and very short here. First possession for the Drillers. And they tangle him up. They tangle him up. The Frontier defense hangs on to Rufus in the backfield. No go. So 4th down. Just underway here. You see the 9-minute mark on the first quarter. Fourth and inches. Oh, a big hit at the line of scrimmage, but he battled just enough to get it. A lot of contact right at the 19-yard line, but I think he was able to kind of squeak through and do a little more.
I agree with you. I think the lineman saying first, and there our good friend saying 1st down, Nick Ellis.
Nice contact at the line of scrimmage. First down, Drillers. Oh, what a nice move. What a pretty move. Touchdown. Drillers, Alsani, Rufus. Beautiful, beautiful job. Touchdown.
Vance, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Drillers. Come out strong, come out early. And you see right there, Rufus with the spin move in the hole, and then just the read of the blocks, good blocking downfield by the receivers. He's able to run in for about a 19-yard touchdown. But you know, Vance, the Drillers are looking for some leadership on that offense, and I had a chance to talk to his dad, Kurt Rufus, who played with me when I was at Drillerland, and when you talk about those teams, and he was saying they've been talking to his son is you got to give some leadership. You're the quarterback. Quit waiting. Start taking control and take charge. And, you know, right there, that was a take charge series.
That's great advice, Brian. And you said it. They needed to get a score on their first drive to kind of qualm some of the murmurs, if you will. And they've done it. 7-0 BHS. You're watching High School Football Game of the Week exclusively on Bright House Networks. Frontier now will receive the 2nd time. See if they can make something happen here.
Yeah, you know, right now the Drillers are set to kick off, and let's see if they can establish that dominance, Vance, that they had, that air of confidence that they bring into games, and that we're just going to come out and lay into you. And let's see if they can do that again and go another 3 and out or get a turnover. And if you're Frontier, you have to just say, hey, you know, let's battle them. They've given up some points. They've done some things that haven't been traditionally what the Drillers have done under Gola the last few years, but let's see if we can get into a battle and settle down and get our running game going. You know, where Cash had a big week last week, Vance, so if they can compile on that and use their big guys up front in the line.
Long boot. Long, deep. So it'll be 1st and 10. Last week we were out at South High School. Ridgeview took care of business in a big way. And they look good. Stockdale, after a couple of tough losses, we called one of them, have answered the bell. And they have been really playing well. Interesting season. Very interesting, intriguing season this year.
You know, Vance and Clovis North played last night and put a whooping on Central, so, you know, people are feeling like they're the #1 seed in that Division I Central Valley playoff picture.
1st and 10, Frontier. And we see Triton Douglas in the backfield, and there's movement, so frustrating start here for Frontier, Coach Cornford.
Yeah, again, you know, the execution, that's normally not, the lack of execution, I should say, is not normally what you see in a Coach Cornford coach team. 2 offsides, now a false start. That's not the kind of football he plays and the focus that he likes these guys to play with. And right now, the Frontier Titans aren't focused.
Second down. Snap to Moore. Moore cuts back up the field. Moore looking for some blocking downfield. Picks up some downfield blocking. It's a nice play. Big 1st down out there by the quarterback. Oh, somebody went down on the sidelines. Oh, hey, Coach, look out, buddy. They're coming at him. I hope he's okay.
And good to see him back up and doing okay. And that's a good run right there by Moore, and I like that. You know, one of the things I got a chance to talk to one of my good buddies, and one of your good buddies as well, one of your golfing, your golfing buddies who's coaching offense, Coach Lewis, and he said that he had to get more running the ball more and being a threat with his legs to, you know, keep the drillers off balance. So right there was a good indication of that on that run by Moore. And there's another good run right there by the Frontier Titans.
One of the all-time great athletes in the history of Kern County, Coach Lewis. Assistant coach under Cornford for a lot of years now. Had a chance to say hi to him. Looks like he's 18 years old still. Here's the big guy, Triton Douglas, and a little bit of concern, low ankle recovery for him right now. You see just a little gimpy. You see him running off. Doesn't have that full comfort level. And I talked to Coach Cornford, and you know, these coaches never want to really discuss injuries too much. And yeah, the good news is it is low ankle, but you know, he's not 100%. Didn't go with him yesterday, and he's a huge part of this football team, Brian.
He is. You know, we saw him in that 0 week against Ridgeview, really in the second half, just start to really use his size and speed and just run over guys.
Moore again, nice piece of running. That's been their offense so far. The quarterback, Evan Moore, just kind of making sure he picks up what they need.
You're exactly right, Vance. Just using Moore. Does a good job of cutting back against the grain, catches a couple of drillers out of their lanes, and he's able to pick up a good 4 or 5 yards right there, Vance. What looked like it's going to be a loss, so great run right there.
They go for the hard count, and we think Reddick may have jumped, maybe, or did he draw a Titan offsides? Oh, it's going to be on Frontier. Frontier crowd not in 100% agreement with that call. .6:15 remaining here in first quarter. They go to Justin Cash. Cash not able to get much.
You know, and Justin Cash, I was talking to Coach Bolton. He had him last year, Vance, and he said that Justin Cash has come a long way as a person. You know, he said he was a kid that was playing like a lot of kids, Vance. They play for self, but he learned to be a servant for his team. And Coach Bolton was just so happy. He said, end of the year, he's the guy cleaning up after other guys at the award ceremony, and just a great kid. And he said he's never seen a turnaround on a kid like that. So, you know, that's what it's all about, being an athlete and a person and a student.
And what a key word you just used there, Brian, being a servant. There are a lot of life lessons, whether it's in athletics or business or education or family. You know, being willing to be the guy to do what nobody else is going to do, and after a while, it becomes the single most rewarding part of your life. Good to hear it, Brian. Thanks.
There's Coach Lewis. It's like, you can still throw the ball out there, Vance.
Are you kidding me? One of my favorite elements of pregame, anytime we're with Frontiers, watching Coach Lewis throw the football as good as anybody. What an arm. Moore tosses it out to Cash. More Cash.
You know, Vance, you said more cash. They would love to cash in with that combination.
It was an easy one. I took it. I went with it. Sometimes you got to get what you can take.
I just piled on right there.
Yeah, we're pros, aren't we? Last week or a couple weeks ago, Brandon tripped. I mean, it took us about 2 plays to say that he tripped. Or last week. Come on. Come on. All right, here we go. Under 5 left here in this first quarter. Oh, high snap. Douglas takes it, and you just don't see that explosiveness. If he can open up some holes and get some stuff done and do some damage up there, maybe after a few quarters, he'll just wear on guys, but you don't see that crisp movement that we're used to seeing from the big guy.
You know, and again, you don't, like you said, you don't see that acceleration off the line when he takes off. And you know he can get his shoulders going and really punish players.
We're going to dip below 4 minutes here in the first quarter. It's going pretty smoothly. 7-0 BHS over Frontier High School. There's Moore with Douglas standing right next to him. Moore drops back, looks to his left, entirely looks to his left the whole time. Ooh, looked like he may have had a man. And a collective ooh and ah and sigh came over here from the Frontier side. Let's take a look at it.
You know, and I don't know who number 1 is, but one thing is he stopped on his route. And the second thing is he really didn't attack the ball, Vance. And when you're going across the middle, you can't worry about it. You know, that's a big play. You catch that. You have to go after that ball like there's nothing else matters, not a defensive player or anything. And I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, that's what you have to do. You can't ask for a better route, a better pass than that.
That would have been a very big play, too. Moore goes with Douglas. Douglas hits a couple guys, stays on his feet. Watch those feet, watch those ankles, watch those ankles. He's still a low, though.
Yeah, he is. And now he has to come off the field. He just can't put the helmet back on. Isn't that the new rule, Vance? I thought he had to come off.
I think he may have taken it off for a second, Brian. I think he took it off to fix the strap very quickly.
Okay.
I don't think I got knocked off. .304 left here in the first quarter. Field goal attempt. 4th down. They decide to go low snap. They hold it. It is up, and it is way short. So not the best attempt, not the best effort there. Frontier goes for the field goal. Doesn't happen, so it stays 7-0 BHS.
You know, and how big now, Vance, was that drop pass? Because instead of getting a first down or maybe even a touchdown, the chains moving or scoring, now you're forced to kick a long field goal. You don't score the long field goal, give the ball back to the drillers, you know, and are going to give Jill's an opportunity to really, the offense is doing pretty good. Big plays with Hill, finishing up with Rufus, giving them a chance to come back out here and dominate this first quarter with another 7 points.
First and 10 BHS, 2:49 left here in the first. Ooh, just got the pitch off, and it's going to be a good one. Wow, that was close, and he's off to the races maybe. Oh, they catch a fumble! Picked up by the Titans, and it's going back the other way. Oh. Wow. Hill takes off with it. And are you kidding me? Bushnell, there he is, comes up with it. Brian.
But let's watch the hustle right here by the Frontier defensive player. I can't pick up the number right there. It's going to be 6 or 8 who's going to cause the funnel advance. See right there, the great hustle there by 6.
Right.
And that's Garrett Brown. And then right there on the spot is Matt Bushnell to pick it up. And now he puts Frontier back in the game, because we just talked about Hill running the ball. Huge run right there, and it looks like the drill's going to be on the way. But great job of the defense, and way not to quit there by Garrett Brown and to keep pursuing.
Whoa, what a big play from Frontier. Now this stands over here. Everybody's kind of juiced up again, fired up. 2:35. There'll be a timeout on the play. Brian, I want to visit the issue tonight. Not the issue. I want to visit the big news tonight. Let's do it right now so our viewers can enjoy what's going to happen at halftime. Go ahead, B. Let's talk about tonight's big event at halftime.
Well, you know, Vance, Coach Ornalis, who is one of my coaches and a longtime teacher here at BHS, and the Driller football program in the school gotten together, and they're going to honor those teams that went undefeated from 88, 89, and 90 for a total of 39 wins and 0 losses. And I was very blessed and fortunate to play with some great guys in 88 and 89 and get 26 of those wins. And then to see some of those guys that played with us in 89 go on in 90, Aaron McDonald and Robert Ray and some of those guys, and Matt Ornalis and Jeff Bucky go on and get the next 13 to get a compiled record of 39-0. And I hear that the architect of that is going to be here. That's Pat Preston, and he's going to talk. So it's going to be a very special time. And I'm hoping that, you know, guys are able to come. I know some guys can't. James Allison's son plays football for Edison in Fresno, so he's there tonight. But hopefully see some guys we haven't seen in a while and enjoy the night.
Moore goes to the air. Frontier crowd wants the flag. They're up, they're yelling it, they're screaming it. The Boo Birds are out. Not going to happen. Great play by Dallas.
You know, and Dallas is another good athlete, one of those 6 or 7 sophomores that played last year. They're now the junior Vance, and he had good coverage right there. And the ball was thrown to Cash, and you know, we'll see right here Dallas is backpedaling, and he's being worked with Kevin Elijah on the side as well. See right there, good position. The ball's thrown short, hits him in the back, and what the crowd's probably calling about is he never turned around, and he didn't do it, but the official felt there was not an advantage there, and let play on.
Second down for the Drillers, for the Titans.
And that's typical Mike Lewis, Vance, to try to go deep real quick after a turnover.
Love it. Moore again fires this one. Ooh, almost picked off. Ay, ay, ay. That was almost gone. Jermaine Irvin Jr. Whew. Whew.
Well, let me just, if you haven't seen us since Garces, there's a couple players you don't want to throw in their area. Jermaine Irvin is one of them, and so is Kevin Hayes. Now, I know you can't completely not ever throw two around them, but you want to limit those opportunities and make sure that they're not near where they have an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
Tricky, tricky, tricky. He almost got that, man. Third down, 2:26 remains in the first quarter. There's a buzz right now at this game. It's going. It's going. We're on the Frontier side in our scissor lifts. And they are making some noise. Big third down right now. Whistle blows, and it's going to be a timeout. The Frontier burns the second one. They want to talk this over. It's a big third down, 2:26. So going back to what Brian was talking about, tonight at halftime, the BHS Driller teams of 88, 89, and 90 are going to be recognized for a run of, was it 36, Brian? 36 straight wins?
39
straight wins. They were 39-0. And what an achievement. They'll be recognized at halftime. Our very own Brian Adams will be recognized at halftime. So pretty cool. Hopefully we can get Carlos Anguiano out there to get a shot of my main man, B. Adams. Chad Provençal here tonight.
Chad Provençal supposed to be here, so I'm excited to see him because since he's quit coaching Vance, I don't see him as much. That was my way of seeing him every year when we do these football games.
All right, big third down. Frontier comes out from their second time out this quarter. Obviously shows the importance that they put on this play right here. Last time down, last series, they went for a field goal, didn't happen. And it's going to be Cash right next to Evan Moore, the quarterback. And they send Bushnell in motion. Moore, look out, got to get out of there. Moore in trouble, gets a block. Throws the senior director producer. And in the truck, the man that gets all the credit for this show, the director, the godfather, Zachary Flores, and his right-hand man, the repairman, Dave Farnes. And on the grass, the one and only Carlos Anguiano. So here we are with a 14-0 lead for BHS. 1.5 left here in this first quarter. Fun night tonight, senior night for the Drillers players and their parents. And this game is being recognized as one of the top 71 high school games in the country tonight, around the nation. It's called Rivalry Week, so it's a big night here for the Drillers and the Titans. One thing about doing a Titans football game, always get to hear that fantastic Titans band. Here's the return. Nice move by Cash. Oh, nifty bit of running there.
I really like that return by Cash. Just kind of like about a hesitation, and then made a guy miss and was able to pick up a good yardage and good field position past the 20-yard line for the Frontier Titans, who I think have to get something going, Vance. I don't think they can afford to just come out here and not get anything on the board and just let the Drillers roll.
First and 10 Frontier. They really need to get something going here on this possession. They give it to Douglas. Douglas tries to bowl his way up into the middle, in the left hash mark. If you're just getting with us, BHS leads by 2 touchdowns. And the clock dips below a minute. Douglas again. There he goes. Now he's starting to get it rolling. This Titans crowd putting their hands together saying, there's our man, there's our guy.
You know, and that's the kind of running they're used to seeing them do. And that's the kind of running that can make your job a lot easier if you're more from the quarterback, because now they have to respect Triton going. When he goes like that, Vance, he's tough to bring down by anybody.
Opens up a few more options for you as well. They're going to do it now. Oh, gets stumped right in the handoff exchange. Look back at his quarterback real quick, had a quick word with him, but that didn't do much. And I think that's going to do it for the first quarter. I don't know if they'll get out there in time to get another playoff, so we'll see if they can get out there and make this happen. Moore comes out, and that's probably going to be it. So at the end of the first quarter, it is 14-0 Bakersfield High School over Frontier. We'll be back with the second quarter on Bright House Network's High School Football Game of the Week.
Connect with an industry-leading fiber network powered by Bright House Networks Business Solutions, chosen to provide communication services for the Republican National Convention, which meant building a Metro Ethernet for the convention that could support a small city, dedicated bandwidth with guaranteed SLAs, a network scale to support hundreds of worldwide media outlets, and continuous Wi-Fi access. We connected Tampa to the world. Imagine what we could do for your business. Bright House Networks Business Solutions.
Remember their first sleepover? They called just to say goodnight. Then it was the curfew call to let you know they were on their way. Now they're on their own. And with Bright House Network's home phone, staying in touch is just a phone call away, anytime, anywhere. Add home phone for as low as $10 per month and enjoy unlimited calling, plenty of free features, and proven reliability. So you can call just to say hello. Learn more at brighthouse.com/phone.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm alongside the man, Brian Adams, tonight, who will be honored at halftime for being part of the 39-0 run that took place 88, 89, 90. And as the Drillers are hosting Frontier, they lead by 2 touchdowns. And we're starting to see Triton Douglas try to get this offense going a little bit. They've had their shots. They've been in the neighborhood a couple of times. Had a field goal come up short, and they threw an interception. But now they're starting to head north on this grass, and Moore, talented kid, and he's been somewhat of the reason they've had some positive yardage in the first quarter. But here comes a big third down.
And you know, Vance, you're exactly right. They had opportunities. They were in the scoring area to try to put some points on the board. They just couldn't get anything going. You know, they had a drop pass on that one series, and then they had a play where the fans here on our side, where we're at, Frontier, felt there was a pass interference that wasn't called. So they just weren't able to take advantage of some good field position, some opportunities, and hence stood down 14-0.
Douglas takes on half of the right side on a third down, doesn't make it happen. And as the clock continues to tick at the beginning of the second quarter, Frontier running into a stubborn, stingy, athletic, quick defense that had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
Well, Vance, when we came out to the Garces game, they didn't seem to come out with much passion and focus.
Ooh.
But tonight, they are focused on both sides of the ball. You know, you just can tell they're not blowing assignments. They came to play. The offense, really, even on that fumble, it was a big play before the fumble. So far, this offense is ready to play, and here's a punt. And again, you have dangerous return men.
Nice big boot. See where it goes. Oh, craziness. Ooh, he went to pick it up at the very end. Ay, ay, ay. Close play down there. Let that ball go, young man. Get out of the way.
Yeah, I think what happened, Vance, is he got near the ball, and the ball just took one of those little crazy bounces and rolled up by him. He said, may have hit my leg, may have not. Let me get on it. But, you know, Vance, one of the things right there is, you know, Kevin's played enough football and a good player. That's what he has to be telling everybody, because, see, those guys are running down. They're seeing you. He's got to tell guys, get out the way and move on. Move out the way so the ball can get punt, and if it rolls where it rolls.
Not if it rolls, when it rolls, that football. All right, 1st and 10, Drillers. Pitch out to the right side, nice pitch, and it's taken, of course, by Hill. Hill gets a few. And as you know, Bright House faithful, if you've watched us at all this year and watched BHS, Sonny Rufus holds onto that football maybe longer than any quarterback you've seen in a long time.
You know, I think he definitely does, Vance, but he's very strong. As you can see, he's able to just keep it up and get the ball off. And right here, here's a pass. He goes back to that middle route, and it was a good reaction by the Frontier interior line to tip the ball and force a 3rd down and 6. You know, and to me, those are the downs you want to be in if you're Frontier playing the Drillers. And this is where I like, too, when they go to Kevin and kind of hang the ball up.
Second quarter, 9:49 remains in the second quarter. It's where we're at. Third. And they go up the middle with it, and Frontier holds. Nice job by that defense. Offense for Drillers, trying to do a little bit of misdirection and maybe catch him by surprise. And that brings up a 4th and 7. And I think even Coach Gola will now punt.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go for it on this one, Vance. But we know that he will go. He's not afraid to go on 4th down. He's not afraid to trust his offense. And if the offense does fail, he says, hey, my defense will hold.
So they hold. BHS will punt. It's a low one. All right, so it'll be midfield, so good field position for Frontier.
You know, Vance, you talk about that field position, Vance, and we're going right back to the Frontier Titans to see if they can't get anything going, you know, and try to move this ball back. Because right now, the Drillers seem to be very much in control of this at 14-0. You know, and so you have the Drillers coming out defensively, who have been very good tonight defensively. You know, they really have forced Frontier into some tough pass plays. And, you know, just for a couple of runs by Moore and Triton Douglas, there hasn't been much by the Frontier offense.
All right, let's see if we can get some going here for Frontier. Play action. Moore looks, wants to go across the middle, has a man, and it is an incredible interception. Absolutely big time. And who else, Brian?
You know, Vance, that's Irvin right there, Vance, and we talked about, oh, what's happening? Did they say incomplete pass?
Oh, it bounced off the ground, maybe?
Well, this official saying is a catch, but they're saying second down now.
So they're saying he must have bobbled it or hit the ground or something didn't happen right. Whoa, we thought that was a stellar interception.
It looked pretty good from here, but we are far away, Vance.
We're on the low boy today. Second down. Moore, option possibly, does pitch it out there. It's going to be Cash trying to get outside and doesn't do it. It's a hard defense to get outside on.
And Darius Dallas doing a good job tonight. He filled the lane on Triton Douglas, and right there against a shifty Justin Cash, he was able to just keep his feet, keep his balance, and not allow Cash to cut back on him or hit that sideline and force him for either no loss or a short loss. No gain at all.
So third and a full 10. Eight, 14 and counting remaining here in the half. Moore with Douglas. Moore fires out to the left side. Good pass, good play. Nice move after the catch, so good job out there.
That's Bushnell. I really like that, Vance. Good slant route, catches the ball. Good throw by Moore, right on target. Does a good job now running after the catch, makes Parker Campbell miss. And then Kevin Hayes is there to put him down. But good job right there by Moore and Bushnell. Great protection by the Frontier Titan line.
First down, Frontier. Boy, they needed that.
Oh, yes, they did, Vance. And there's a ball in the corner. Touchdown, Justin Cash.
Ho ho! Right on time. And just enough cash.
an out and up route, and Cash goes up on Darius, and this time Darius is not in close position. Good throw by Moore.
Great
Cash
throw.
hauls it in for a touchdown, and good job of using the Driller aggressiveness against them.
Some action going.
Well, we might have a ball game, Vance.
We'll see what happens. So 14-7 BHS over Frontier High School. Frontier, a really nice pass by Moore. Kind of on the run and just threw it right out there. Perfect trajectory. Nice tight spiral. Dropped right in the hands of his receiver. Nice, nice, nice.
Vance, he's throwing the ball well tonight, Vance. I mean, if you really look at it in the situation, he had that big drop ball in the first quarter on that drive. He's thrown some balls right where they have to be at. And they're right back in the game, 14-7. And let's see what the Drillers can do on this series. Can they answer back? You know, I know one thing they do is get these playmakers the ball on the kickoff and see if they can't bust one back on the return.
7:24 left in the first half. The Drillers will receive. They're up by a touchdown. Senior night for our Driller players. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Onside! Onside!
Oh, look at Hayes go.
He gave a little pooch kick. A little bit of a pooch.
Oh, that was Irvin. He almost made a big play off that, you know, a little pooch kick. You usually expect a fair catch, but it's the pooch to Irvin, and Irvin's making guys miss and getting the ball up almost to the 35-yard line.
So with 7:19 remaining in the first half, the Drillers will come out and see what they can get going here. Rufus, keeper, gets free. Rufus, somehow still on his feet, right in the middle of traffic. Finally lowers the boom on Bushnell, but just stalled, kind of hung out there in the middle of the pack, and then boom.
Well, I tell you, Vance, Rufus is very shifty, has great agility, able to make guys miss right there. He's going to cut back. Nope, not going to get me this time. And you feel like here, I'm going to try to punish you right here. I'm going to let you know I might be a quarterback, but I bring a little bit of a wallop. And here he goes again.
Wow, Sonny Rufus saying, try to take me down, let's go.
And Vance, if it wasn't for his own lineman, he may have scored on that one. But I like what the Drillers are doing. They're putting the ball in Rufus's hand and let him make plays. You see right here, right back up the middle. And you're going to see he's going to cut back. See, he hits his lineman right there. Otherwise, he might have been gone again. But Rufus is on a roll, and so are the Drillers.
Under 7 to go. Timeout on the field. The Drillers over in the corner. And now, as each weekend unfolds, we go to these games that just have so many implications. Tonight, as Brian mentioned, is a big one.
And, you know, Vance, talk about big games, you know, so far, Driller faithful, I know they're happy, Vance, to see the Drillers come out early and not get behind, you know, and Frontier, the Titan fans are happy because, hey, it was looked like we were going to get rolled up for a second, and here we are back in it. Can we hold now and force a field goal attempt?
Well, on a first down, they go to the air, they toss it up, and it is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Kevin Hayes. Well, right as we thought they may be kind of tightening things up. Touchdown, Drillers.
This is the fade ball. I like what Rufus does here. He gives his player the best chance to go get it.
Yep.
I have a better athlete than you have. I'm going to let him out make a play. Hayes jumps up, makes it look easy and routine, and waltzes into the end zone. And here go the Drillers, 20, and Parker Campbell coming to make it 21.
Well, you
As he
said
puts the ball in California.
You said it perfectly. Just he threw it the best spot for his talented receiver to go get it. Turned it into an unfair advantage in some ways. Like, here it is, you got it, go get it, touchdown.
I'll tell you, Vance, you know, when we saw Rufus against Garces, you know, he had just taken over varsity. I think it might have been the second game of the year, or third game, not much. But the maturity that I've seen him play with tonight and the growth, those are big things for the Drillers and the fans and on their quest for a second section title.
So the Drillers up 21-7. Nice night for football. Here's a warm, are you kidding me, man? A warm night. I was going to wear my shorts. I said, you know what, I'll put my jeans on. I come out here and see the captain, who's about to be honored in 6 minutes and 45 seconds, rolling out in his shorts, golf polo. Man.
Well, we have this Miami weather tonight, Vance. You know what I mean?
This is exactly Miami
with
in
no
October.
Thunderstorms.
Exactly. So, a lot of time left here in this first half. 6:45 left. Tomorrow night, the Renegades, well, tomorrow afternoon, the Renegades will be at Moore Park, 4 o'clock kickoff, 3:33 game. So, daytime football game.
And here's the kick. And Cash has a chance to return, Vance.
Well, he's a nice runner.
Very smooth runner, you know what I mean? Just kind of shifts gears effortlessly. And he can go from second to third, third to second, second to fourth. You know, right there just kind of just dips in and accelerates. Well, no, I want to slow up a little bit. So he just really controls his speed well.
Boy, nice move. First and 10 Frontier. See if they can get something rolling here. Douglas, one of the leading rushers in the county, is back there with Evan Moore. And that's who they go with. He gets tripped up quickly. You can tell that this defense for the Drillers has been able to penetrate the interior of that line right there and get to Douglas very quickly and get him low.
You know, and that time you see Javon Rufus get in there and he hits in there low and gets him, but right before Douglas can get going, see as he comes around that corner, runs off that end, and the other players are there. The Driller front line, I believe, are doing a good job against the running backs. There's been some breakdown a couple times with more running, and then we're seeing too many guys, Vance, though, open on the passing game for Titans for the Driller defense, but the Frontier guys are running clean, crisp routes, and here's another ball up top.
Moore throws it a little bit short, and I think Irvin's thinking to himself, are you kidding me? How do I drop that?
Yeah, he's like, this is my night to get a bunch of picks. They're going to throw it at me because I can cover. And he's in real good position, Vance, right here. I mean, only chance to beat him on this ball has got to be out to the sideline and far out, but that was an easier catch than the one that we thought he grabbed in that other series before the touchdown.
I know what Irvin was about ready to take off before he had it on that. He said, I'm gone. Oops. Third and 8 for the Titans. They trail by 14. 5:48 here to go in the first half. Big play. Moore in trouble. Lets it go. ball is deflected or something went down to where it didn't go well.
Well, Vance, right there, great pressure by the Driller defense, and I think that was Rufus coming off that left end that forced him to pull up and get rid of the ball before he wanted to.
So 4th down, Frontier's going to have to punt the football. Not able to make something happen there. .540 remains. Ball's up. Now he's doing exactly what you said this time, telling everybody, just get away. Good bounce. Look at that football get down the 12-yard line. Goodness.
Great punt right there.
Really good. And very, very helpful to that Frontier team right now. Put them back a little bit further.
You know, and again, the Drillers were going on that last one and scored, you know, with the exception of the fumble and that one series where the Drillers punted. Their offense is running pretty good. And again, I like to see Rufus keep this ball and continue to make them stop him because he's making huge plays with his legs and his arm now, Vance.
5:28. Frontier's going to have to really dig in, try to keep this potent offensive force for the Drillers away from the end zone. They've got 90 yards to do it. Rufus starts off, hands the ball up the middle. Nice play. Big run down there. And the ball was carried by Marcus Bruce. So Bruce getting in on the action.
And timeout right there by the Drillers, Vance. And, you know, again, I like what I'm seeing with the Drillers. And really, if you're Frontier, you're not out of this. You know, one thing we've seen in a few of the games this year, if you can keep composure, get some stops, get yourself back in it, they score again. If they can get the ball back from the Drillers and score before half, they're down only 7 points. You know, if you're the Drillers, you want to really, in this next 5 minutes, get one more on them. You want to increase that lead and keep that pressure, keep your thumb on them.
No question about it. Coach Cornford and the Titans have been one of the steadier teams. They went a little 3-game losing streak, but they were against some very tough teams, including Clovis North. And Coach Cornford talked about how they're in the position they want to be in. And we're happy where we are. We proved we can play with anybody, unquote. And I agree. Rufus goes to the air, floats one out there, and it's picked off. I don't know if his arm was hit, if the ball was hit. I didn't see it at the line of scrimmage, but something went awry, and the ball just floated.
It did not come out with any kind of force on that one, so we can see anything right here. Look, it just slipped out his hand, Vance, when he was throwing it. It just came off his hand funny, but that's the Frontier play they need. The Titans needed a big play, and they got it right there with that interception. Now, can they make a chink in this Driller defense with another touchdown?
I formation, and they give it to Cash. Cash dips the shoulder, picks up about 4. So 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Frontier with an opportunity to help themselves against this Driller defense. Now we're under 5 minutes.
You know, right now, Vance, you're watching this game right here, and, you know, the second quarter just been kind of going back and forth. It looked like the Drillers are going to have a chance to jump on Frontier and run away, and lo and behold, here the Frontier Titans are back in business. And here's Triton going on the left side and had a little bit of space that time, and probably his second best run of the night, but third down, but they're very, very good shape because Vance is not a 3rd and long.
4:20.
Okay, well, get on there and think.
You're showing real hard.
I hear some whistles blowing, and it's an official's timeout.
Okay, what y'all want to play?
4:08 remains in the first half. You're watching the high school football game of the week. We're at the legendary Griffith Field at Bakersfield High School, where they are hosting the Frontier Titans, one of the oldest, if not the oldest, against one of the newest, if not the newest. I formation, they go to Cash. Cash breaks through the middle, Cash up to the left side. Cash bows his way through, and it's a touchdown, Frontier. What a run. You talking about hitting the hole hard, Brian.
He had a huge game last week, Vance, and he's playing well tonight. Touchdown pass, receiving on the last touchdown, and here he is now. We talked about his ability to accelerate, change direction, reaccelerate. He does a great job, I think, at controlling his speed and his momentum, and he's able to right there just really shred that Driller defense on that run for a big-time touchdown, and pulling right now the Titans, if they can get this PAT, within 7.
And it is 21-14 with about 4 minutes to go here. Look at this, Brian. Pow!
Right there, there's the hesitation, then the acceleration, now the cutback, and look at the power, Vance. He gets actually touched about the 4-yard line, but he takes a couple drillers into the end zone and cannot be denied.
Yeah, that's like hopping on a train at the end of the run, and you're going to pull into the station anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean it's too late then, Vance. You're gonna get run over almost every time.
So a nice little football game here.
You know, Vance, I just like the way some of these teams, these better teams in our area, just don't panic. We've seen the Drillers do this against Garces. We've seen Bakersfield Christian come back, jump on actually Shafter. Shafter come back, then come back to win that game. But it's just, you know, good to see how these young men don't panic, they don't go down, they just keep fighting.
Do what you're supposed to do, run your offense, and they're making it happen. .348 remains in this first half. Nice little football game breaking out here. All right. So we'll see a 1st and 10 for the Drillers. Sam Bowman is our scissor lift operator tonight. He's also our cameraman extraordinaire. And boy, has he had some of the better angles of the evening. There we go, 3:48 left in the half. Drillers on the 1st and 10. Rufus in trouble, and he gets brought down. Nothing happening there. So with 3:35 and counting, see if the Drillers can make something happen there. Rufus. Touch, bumble.
Vance.
Titan football. Really bad relationship there on that pitch, and he was in trouble to start with. Oh, what a big play for Frontier.
You know, Vance, you just talked about that earlier, these late pitches, and there was one right there. And what you said, Vance, exactly right. Bad relationship on the pitch. So this time when you're pitching, you're not able to get there. The ball's on the ground. You see right there, the relationship's bad. Good defense to also hit it down by number 58, and that's Steven Mehta. And now the Titans are really back in position, Vance.
Moore behind center. Handoff. And Cash gets thrown back at the line of scrimmage, so now this Driller defense having to dig in. Oh boy, at the 14, 15-yard line, right around there, this is a huge opportunity right now for Frontier to get in the end zone, tie this baby up. before the end of the half. What a big moment right now for Frontier football. They break out of the huddle. Moore is right behind center. Quick snap. They hand it to Cash again. Cash down the left side. Cash bowls his way for a nice run. Gets up to about the 7-yard line.
Well, Vance, Cash is starting to get that feel now. You talk about running backs, they get those touches and they start getting that confidence. He's starting to really roll out and establish himself as a dominant player on this field tonight.
2:22 and counting. Moore jogs the call in himself. Here we go. They're going to go back to Cash. Nothing doing this time, and they play it safe. And there's going to be no gain there.
And right there, good stop right there by the Drillers and make it force a 2nd and 8. But you know, again, Evan Moore's played a solid game too, Vance. So they've been running the ball. Look out for one of those slant passes down here in the goal line.
Big play, I formation. Moore tosses it to the corner. Does he have enough room? He does not. He was out of room early in that deal.
And that ball lost real estate right away. Thrown too hard, not enough trajectory. Also, that ball, receiver had good possession right there, Jasmine Thine. If the ball's thrown to that corner, that back pylon, Vance, it's a floater over there. And that pulls up 3rd down, I believe, Vance.
$1:15 remains in this first half. Big play, 3rd and 8 for the Titans. Everybody's tucked in tight. Now they shift, I formation. Douglas takes the call, gets the handoff. Douglas gets to the outside. What a play! What a play to the outside, the big fella. Touchdown! He kicks it to the left, puts it into that next gear. Bow!
And that's the Titan Tango right there, Vance.
Oh, boy. The Titan two-step.
But right there, Triton Douglas, once he got around that corner, Vance, and his shoulder squared that goal line, there was nothing was going to stop him.
There's the snap, there's the hold, there's the kick, and it is good. 21-21 with $1:08 left at the half, and there's still 1:08 left, so you never know. He kicks it to the outside, and what a
that's
beautiful.
it right there. And you're not going to stop him, Vance. They could have put 3 guys over there. That wasn't going to stop him at that point.
Vickers, I guess, just went in and took one for the team to do it, but so there'll be a kickoff.
You know, good job of the Frontier Titans staying in it, pushing hard and coming back in this game when it could have easily fell apart, Vance, and it could have been 21-28 nothing. But they kept it in, and the Drillers have made a couple mistakes. 3 turnovers in this first half. A fumble by Hill, interception, and then also by TD interception thrown by Rufus, and then the mishandle of the pitch, which you said the bad pitch relationship, and this time they were able to capitalize on the last 2 turnovers.
That's great to see, isn't it? That is great to see. Triton, the Titan, leading the cheer. Bruised, beat up ankle and not running it in. Here's another short kick to try to keep it out of the hands of BHS. Football! Oh, Bucko 7 for the Drillers. They have it at their own 29-yard line. That's what's left in the half. And as Brian said, this thing could have slipped away from them a few minutes ago. And now, here we are, knotted up at 21. Rufus wants to go to the air, throws it out there. Incomplete pass. Brings up second down. 63 seconds remains.
Vance, you know, right now, we went from looking so smooth and going with the Driller offense to a little discombobulated right now, those turnovers. Can they settle down and get back to doing what they've been doing earlier in this game?
Boom! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And the clock continues to roll here. Rufus in trouble, and boy, just does a great job to hang on to that ball and go down. If that's a fumble and Titans get it, then it's big problems for BHS.
Well, Vance, the thing they might want to do now is just go in at half.
No, they decided to pitch it, and a nice job of running out there, and that one, Kyle Pope. And that's going to do it for the first half. As we finish up here, it's 21-21. What a great comeback in the first half by the Titans, and we'll be back, and Brian Adams got to go. He's got to go down to the field to be honored. Back in a moment with some more great stuff on Bright House.
At Bright House Networks, we don't want to be seen as just a cable company. We hope to be considered a friend, the kind of friend who's in your community, helping out where and when we can, and who can make rainy nights in better than a night out. The kind who lets you conquer worlds from your bedroom and bring old friends together even though they're worlds apart. That's just the kind of friend we are. Bright House. Hello, friend.
Connect with an industry-leading fiber network powered by Bright House Networks Business Solutions, chosen to provide communication services for the Republican National Convention, which meant building a metro Ethernet for the convention that could support a small city, dedicated bandwidth with guaranteed SLAs, a network scale to support hundreds of worldwide media outlets, and continuous Wi-Fi access. We connected Tampa to the world. Imagine what we could do for your business. Bright House Networks Business Solutions.
Remember their first sleepover? They called just to say goodnight. Then it was the curfew call to let you know they were on their way. Now they're on their own. And with Bright House Network's home phone, staying in touch is just a phone call away, anytime, anywhere. Add home phone for as low as $10 per month and enjoy unlimited calling, plenty of free features, and proven reliability. So you can call just to say hello. Learn more at brighthouse.com/phone.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half just underway. Titans just kicked off. Driller foot. And we've got a barn burner, 21-21. And a handoff out to the right side. Look at this nice run right here. Oh, Rufus kept it. He's still on his feet, Asani Rufus, and had a little bit of a late start getting back on the air because our superstar, Brian Adams, down on the field being honored for a 39-0 run. You were a part of 2 of those seasons, Brian. Boy, it had to be nice to see all your buddies down there.
Well, Vance, it was good to see some of these guys. You know, some of them we haven't seen each other in 20 years, and, you know, some guys feel like they can play. Unlike your partner here, I'm not playing nothing, but it was an excellent team and great to be honored. And I just want to thank the Driller family and the school Principal Reese and the athletic department. Cheyenne, thank you for everything.
Marshall Dillard looked like he's ready to carry the rock. So we're back 21-21, just underway here in the third quarter. Bright House Network's high school football game of the week. Look at this. You don't realize what it's taken for us to get up here. I had to scale the back side of the stands and then climb back up on the scissor lift. And the drillers trying to make it happen here on a 2nd and 5. For those of you that don't really know, the first half of the football game, Brian and I were on what we call the low boy. But now we're on the mid-range boy. And our scissor lift now above the crowd. That was kind of fun. 3rd and 6. Big play here, Brian, for this driller offense. Rufus takes a look, throws across the middle, picked off. They read it this time. Titans pick it off. Oh, what a big play. Shanley with the big interception.
You know, and great read right there by the linebacker.
Sean
Shanley, because that's the play that the drillers like to hit, and a great read right there, interception, and momentum has totally changed and switched over to the Titan side.
Oh, boy. Big play. Here comes Frontier. Moore shifts everybody around. I formation now. He has Bushnell to the right side. They go to the big fella, Triton Douglas. Oh, goodness. All right. It's been, not only has it been one of the more exciting games on the field, I can assure you it's been one of the more exciting games in this scissor lift tonight.
Yeah, you know, I already don't like to be up here as it is, but, you know, we're going to have a little faith.
Dave Farnes just ran up Brian's program and stepped on a balloon and fell on a fan. Attaboy, Dave. Look at this. Kern County, Frontier. Down to the 1 yard line. Oh, my goodness. The Titans really starting to make it happen now.
Well, Vance, their confidence is soaring right now. And they're just doing whatever they want to do right now on offense. And they're using their size, Vance, you know, and really just pushing the drillers back off the ball and attacking.
Moore jams it in himself. Oh, he's down to about the 3-foot line. Thought he got in there. My fault.
You know, what a great adjustment by the Frontier Titans. Thinking they were getting away, slipping away from advance. They're able to regroup, come back. 4 turnovers now by the drillers, and they're starting to capitalize on those turnovers.
Second and goal from the 3 yard line. This time Moore tries to punch it in again. Does he get through? They look for the line judge, and he does get in. Touchdown. Touchdown Titans.
Well, Vance, you go from 21-7, and here you are now with a chance to be 28-14, so 28-21. So actually now the Titans have turned it all around, And the Drillers have to regroup now, something we've seen them do. It seems, Vance, the last 3 times we've been here in Griffith Field, the Drillers have been in some battles. Centennial in the semifinal playoff game. The Drillers came back and won. Garces earlier in the year, and now here we are again in another classic battle for the Drillers.
They were down 14-0 at the end of the first half. The Drillers looked like they were going to go on a little bit of a run, and now all of a sudden, as you just said, enormous momentum shift out of halftime, and they kicked off.
They did.
To start the second half. So, what a football game we have shaping up, and you know this is one of those scores that they give at the other high schools around the community. You hear the old ooh.
I mean, this is amazing, that the just sudden change.
Titan crowd is up, but now the BHS crowd answers. They're up. It's on, baby. It's on. Here's the boot, and it's deep, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Drillers. What a football game. You are watching high school football, game of the week on Bright House Networks, Bakersfield. This is the only place you can see an entire high school football game in Kern County from start to finish. Every play, every down. I'm Vance Palm. I have next to me Brian Adams, and our scissor lift operator and cameraman extraordinaire and part-time mechanic, Super Samson Bowman, is up here with us. Sammy's had a fun night. Here we go, Drillers. See what you have. Rufus splits everybody across the line of scrimmage. He wants to keep it himself. This time he gets nothing. Titan defense there for him. No gains. 2nd and 10.
Well, Vance, I'll tell you this, the Drillers have to get something done, and I think they have to get the ball in some playmakers' hands, 12 and 13.
Pitch, Pope. Nothing doing. Oh, a couple of big hits in at the end. Most of the work was done early by Adam Hike, but a couple of big hits late in there. Yikes.
Yeah, Kyle Pope had no chance on that run, and right now the Titans defense is locked in and they're loaded. And they are firing on all cylinders. They're getting interceptions, they're getting fumble recoveries, and they're hitting. And that's a good combination if you're a defensive coordinator, which you want to see, and they're flying to the ball. I think what they have to be careful of now is a big play by a player like Kevin Hayes, because he's a guy who can kill you in one play, Vance.
3rd and 9, 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Rufus rolls to his right, takes a look. Rufus thinks he might keep it. No, tosses it. Overthrows Pope, but it's caught on the deflection. Don't know if it was enough for a first, though.
That's got to be well short, Vance. Well short.
And now we're going to see, Brian, if it is well short. It looks pretty close. It's about a yard. See what Coach Goal is thinking about doing here.
Punt.
Wow.
Because your defense isn't holding right now. You got to punt this ball, and hopefully they have to go a decent distance to score on you, because they've been having short fields, and they've been making short work of advance and scoring.
Low punt, end over end, could be a returnable one, and they let it go. Oh, nice, smart play. He was thinking for 1 second with that nice high bounce. Jasmine Thines thought maybe he might be able to take this thing, but he holds off. So now Frontier has it about the 25-yard line. They'll have some room to work with, and they lead 28-21. They were down 14-0 in the first quarter. Then they were down 21-7 in the first quarter. Then they started to battle back, and some late first half turnovers by the Drillers put the Titans in a position to tie it up, and they did. They kick off to start the 3rd quarter. They pick off a pass. They score, and now they have the football up 7 with 6:11. But Brian, you so aptly noted, the drillers, very, very cool customers.
This is just how they play football, Vance, and you got to get your milk of magnesia Tums out when you're watching the drillers in these games like this.
If you're a driller fan, driller faithful, driller coach, driller administrator, you know that they've been in some awfully big football games over the last 100 years, and everybody wants them. Everybody wants a piece of them. Everybody brings their A game.
And as we talk, I talked to a couple of coaches before, Johnny Moran, you know, and the kids have to understand that you get everybody's best,
Always.
week in, week out.
Moore tries to battle ahead. Not a bad play call on a 2nd and 6 to see if he can maybe pick up 3 or 4 more, and he does. And it looks like it might be 3rd and 2, and the applause coming out from the Titan fans.
3rd and 1, Vance, and like you said, what they're doing, you can look out. Look how big the line is for Frontier compared to the drillers. And they're using their size and strength against them, Vance. And, you know, give Coach Lewis credit. He's adjusted in his halftime. I mean, in the second quarter, I'm sorry. And since then, he's found some things to get them going.
3rd and 1. Moore muscles his way through for a 1st down. The drillers think fumble. Pope has it. No dice. 1st down.
No, Vance, and right now, you see Coach Lewis talking to Moore. They have it going right now. The clock's rolling down, 28-21. They haven't taken a chance deep yet again, but they got Cash running well. Moore's ran well tonight, and then Triton has had some glimpses of his old self, a healthy self.
We're going to Cash. Left side, casts the cut back up the middle, gets gang tackled at about the 32-yard line. And he gets thrown down. You talk about the size up front of Frontier. That's countered by the speed and agility up front with the drillers. Makes for a great football game, a lot of fun to watch.
You know, and Gola's going to play with that. And, you know, through the years that he's been here, I've heard people talk to me or say things, but you can't argue with success. He gets away for these guys to use their speed and athleticism to overcome their lack of size, and they just win ball games, Vance.
Cash gets to the 41-yard line. And this 3rd quarter, are you kidding me? 3:45 left in the 3rd.
You know, and if you're Frontier, you're liking how fast this quarter's rolling.
Right.
But you like another touchdown on that board.
3.5. They give it to Douglas. Douglas bowls his way up, still on his feet. They finally bring him down. His forward progress probably at about the 42, 43-yard line. So it'll be 4th and probably 3. Interesting times right now for Coach Cornford and his offensive coordinator, Coach Lewis.
Well, he's going to talk to Coach Lewis. You know, Coach is going to want to go for it, but I think you punt this ball, Vance, or maybe even see if you can get a fake punt
Hard
and try
count.
to get and catch him off guard.
Maybe get a hard count.
Anything, Vance, you know, just take a chance. But I'll tell you the chance I wouldn't take is this ball has to be angled away. Because this is what he does, Vance, you know, and they talk about Hall of Fame players. You know, when he probably finishes his career, Kevin Hayes is probably going to be one of those players on that docket that'll go in and later in his life in the Hall of Fame because he's already making that kind of name for himself. And he lives for the big moment and playmaking.
Well, they do, Brian. They punt away from him. Hayes, it bounces in his hands, right to him. Hayes still on his feet, and a nice job of open field tackling down there. And that was Brooks Douglas that got down there. And Brooks at least slowed him down for just enough for Hayes to lose his footing, but it bounced right in his hands.
You know, Vance, and that was kicked perfect, except for, like you said earlier, the pigskin takes some peculiar bounces. And that time it just bounced right to him.
Right
and
in
he
his hand.
almost went up down the sideline, Vance. See right there, great agility makes the guy miss and just can't keep his feet and ends up going down to the ground, but not before he picks up about a good 10 yards.
First and 10, 2.5 left here in the third quarter. Rufus behind center. They pitch. Hill.
You know, Vance, I like the way Hill accelerates and hits the hole. I think he's the back they got to stay with. He gives them a better chance to make a play for him off that pitch, and he looks like he does a better job, too, of getting that pitch relationship.
Rufus has Reddick right behind him. Rufus keeps, wants to fight, but now this Titan defense now starting to relate to some of the nuances of Rufus's innuendos and what some of his little idiosyncrasies that he kind of hints towards on his plays, and they're trying to pick that up. Now it's a 3rd and 1 with 1:40 left in the third quarter. Huge 3rd and 1 play late in the third. Rufus picks it up. Oh, hit hard. Close play. I think he got it. I think he got the one, but yeah, he did. Man, he took a big hit.
Well, Vance, he's very shifty in there when he fakes that pitch. He can really move his body and make guys miss. And then that time he got hit by, looked like a linebacker. As you see right here on the replay, he's going to cut upfield, forced upfield. Linebacker feels the hole, but not before he picks the first down up.
All right, Kern County, I'm going to hope that our cameraman can find Mr. Nick Ellis. He is the lead official tonight. He's in the back of the football field. There's a good shot of him right there, Sammy. Kern County, I'm going to read something very special to you. This was given to me by this gentleman, Nick Ellis, and it says, to Bright House Game of the Week from Nick Ellis. And that's the gentleman in the white hat there. You might be aware that this is my final season for refereeing. After 28 years, it's time for me to move on to other things. I plan to spend more time watching my grandbabies, all 7 of them, during their activities and pursue my passion of photography. You will, I'm sure, see me on the sidelines with my camera in hand from time to time. It's been a fun run for me. I've met a lot of people through refereeing that I most likely would never have met if it wasn't for refereeing. That includes the crew of Bright House Network's Game of the Week, including Vance Palm, Brian Adams, Bernie Johnson, Zach Flores, Dave Farnes, Carlos Anguiano, Sammy Bowman, the production crew, the cameramen. To all of you, my thanks for doing such an outstanding job. Who knows what the rest of the season will bring, but this might be my last game on Bright House. I'm not going to lie about it. It's been a blast being on TV, so to all of you at Bright House that I've become friends with, thank you so much. Finally, I'd like to give a big shout out to my grandbabies, Marcus, Miley, Mason, Level, Cameron, Jordan, Saden, London, Davis, Nick Ellis. Thank you. Across the middle, picked off.
Flag on the field.
Flags
Bunch of flags on the
everywhere.
field now. The Drillers can't lose their composure. Right now, they're forcing the ball into those guys in the middle. Give Coach Pornford and his staff a lot of credit. They scored on the 1 to Reddick, but since then, Vance, I'm sorry about that, partner. They have definitely read that route, and they're jumping all over it. As you see again, is it Bushnell? Another big play by Bushnell, who's having a huge game defensively, a fumble recovery and interception, and they're just reading that. And I think they have to get to the advantage. You have 2 great athletes on the outside. Find a way to get them the ball. Kevin Hayes has only touched the ball twice tonight, Vance, a punt return and a touchdown play. I think he has to touch the ball a little bit more.
Well, the flags are going to be against Frontier because the football is coming backwards, but I don't believe it's going to negate the interception. More the quarterback on the field with him. So some flags during the play, some flags after the play. So as we read the fond farewell from Nick Ellis, the lead official, flags come flying. Ah, the synchronicity of it all. And it was a block in the back, clipping type of a penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Frontier, so a double whammy. So I didn't see it. I was calling the play and watched the flags fly. Didn't see the penalties that were called. So at least that helps the Drillers a bit. The football was now at the 32 instead of the 38 on the other side of the football field. Moore wants to go deep. Throws it across the middle, though. What a nice catch. Nice pass. And Adam Height, well, that ball was bobbled and bounced around. He was able to haul that deal in. Well, that's nice, huh?
That's just the case right there. Good coverage. You know, you see Vickers, he's right there. He's driving on the ball. But that's just a great throw right there. And only giving Height the chance to catch the ball. And he does a good job with 40-something seconds left in the third quarter.
2nd and 1. Moore keeps the football, and I think he might have got it. He's a big kid. Evan Moore is 6'2", 190, so he's a junior as well. So I know Coach Lewis is happy to have him for another year next year.
You know, and right there, Vance, that time of no gain. Great job by Rufus coming down the side and pulling him up with 13 seconds left. The core is going out. 28-21 Titans. Let's see what's in store for this fourth quarter. Can the Drillers come back or the Titans hold on? Stay tuned for Theater.
At Bright House Networks, we don't want to be seen as just a cable company. We hope to be considered a friend, the kind of friend who's in your community, helping out where and when we can, and who can make rainy nights in better than a night out. The kind who lets you conquer worlds from your bedroom and bring old friends together even though they're worlds apart. That's just the kind of friend we are. Bright House. Hello, friend.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, dig this. At halftime, our main guy, Brian Adams, being honored as one of the greats. He's in the Driller Hall of Fame. And Brian, that's what a special time down there.
You know, Vance, it's definitely a special time to see some of these guys. You know, so many guys are different places in the country. You know, I've heard some of our teammates are Black Hawk captains and fighter pilots. And you see Pat Preston and Hardnett. John, the stats man, and Ornelas right there is my receiver coach. He was the guy who basically was helping put this together.
Hey,
and there's my kids running out.
What in the world?
They can even beat me running now, Vance. That's bad.
Who let them on the field? That's nice. That's good stuff, man. I like to see that. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate that. A little tribute to our main man, our captain, Brian Adams. Well, while all that's going on, we've got a football game breaking out of epic proportions with regards to what this could mean around the community if this was to hold. Goodness. 1st and 10, and a flag comes out. That's going to be a delay of game, and as the Frontier, and Brian, we've seen this before. Little things like, you know, delays of games, false starts, things like this that just stop the momentum and stop that good karma and mojo, and Coach Lewis is letting Moore hear it. He's frustrated. Say, why? Why does this happen? Now it's 1st and 15. What do you got, B?
We got Stockdale on top of Liberty, 28-17.
Stockdale, after a couple of rough starts, they are really coming together. And Coach Snow, one of the greats in the community, had some really nice quotes in the Bakersfield, California today as well. Really respect that coach and what he does in that program. And boy, they really turned it around. Second and 11. Moore hands the ball up to Cash. Cash looking for some room. Hit hard and thrown back. Ooh, what a nice big hit in there. Ugh.
That was Vickers right there, Vance, and he brought the wood on that one and drove him all the way back.
We're in the fourth quarter, 10.5 left. 2nd and 11 now. I'm sorry, 3rd and 6. They just switched the scoreboard on me. My fault. 3rd and 6.
You know, Vance, who would have thought Stockdale would be leading the league after what we saw earlier in the season and you know, taking some tough losses, but they righted that ship.
They stay on the ground with it. They stay on the ground with it, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5 now.
Now, here's a situation where you might try to go for it, Vance. You're on the 40. You're really in no man's land. Punt the ball in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback.
That's what they're going to do. So some defenses holding right now pretty well. And Vickers backs up right in front of us on the south scissor lift.
That's Hayes right there.
Oh, sorry, Hayes right below us. Kemka, the punter. Drillers.
Off the short snap to Triton.
They don't snap it. They need to soon. And nobody jumps.
Might take the 5 yards, Vance,
They're
and
going
give
to
more
just
room
take the
to
penalty
punt.
and let it go, and that's what they do. Nobody jumps.
That's good discipline. Because we've seen some games this year where people have been all the way in the backfield and the ball still be there.
So Frontier did what they did. BHS did what they did. Both teams succeeded to a degree. And now it's fourth and 10. Kempka still back there to punt. Short punt.
They got to get out of the way.
And it backed up well. Oh, goodness. So about a 15-yard punt. Not Tyler Kemka's best. And, boy, when the coaches decided to go for it, they didn't think they'd only...
Right, that wasn't the execution they were looking for, Vance, on that punt.
Talking about a situation where they were hoping to have that ball at least back here received at about the 10-yard line, and now it's 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. These are these kind of breaks that the Drillers can take and really use against you. Rufus kicks it out. Oh, what a nice tackle. Really nice tackle out there by Adam Hike.
Oh, wow. We got like cramping right there by one of the Titan players, number 60. Ivan Kosarev. Or Kosarev. And right here, great job right here by the Titan defense. Take the quarterback. Somebody has the pitch man. He comes inside out. I can't tell what number that is, but I believe it was Bushnell. But great job right there. You know, and Vance, here's a situation again. It's easy for us to sit up in the booth and people will stand and say, Coach, you do this, Coach, you do that. But I really believe they have to get Kevin Hayes or Jermaine Irvin involved in the offense somehow. Because their ability to make plays, they're the two guys on the field, Vance, besides Rufus, who can really hurt you and make a play and go the distance at any time they touch the ball. We saw Irvin make big plays against Garson, a touchdown reception. So I like to see them get involved in the game somehow offensively when Irvin is out there, but definitely right now, go try to give a chance to Kevin.
Wow, it's big, big, big series right here for the Drillers. Pope, but this time they hand the football to Marcus Bruce, and the sophomore, Marcus Bruce, wrapped up without doing too much damage. So Gola going with the sophomore on that carry.
You know, and he's, well, people are saying he's going to be the next great Driller running back, you know, and it just seems like the Drillers have a way of churning these running backs out, but they think he's going to be the next one.
Nice to see Joey Porter here this evening. I think that's Cedro Porter down there. Rufus in trouble. Rufus wrapped up, hit hard. On a 3rd and 7, Rufus goes down. Titan defense.
Vance, great coverage back there in the secondary. Wasn't much time to pass. The line's got to hold up and give them a little bit more time to throw the ball. But right now, the Driller offense has stagnated very early since that second quarter. And here there goes another punt.
Fair catch, and it's done at the 20. So nice job out there. Jasmine Thine said, I'll take it. And
you know, for the Drillers, Vance, their offense, since that touchdown pass to Kevin Hayes early in the second quarter, Vance, has been nothing but punts and turnovers. And that's a recipe for disaster.
7:05.
But you see Joel on the sideline, he just won't panic, Vance. I mean, he keeps that calm. He gets the guys together. Hey, what are they doing? He's over there figuring it out. Let's get this thing back together. He has so much confidence in his defense, Vance. I think that's what gives him the ability to take risk and to just not panic. He knows they're going to play great defense.
Brian, there was a penalty on the play against Frontier. The ball went back 10 yards from where he fair caught it on the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line, 7:05. So Frontier has all the real estate they need to chew the clock up, but they have to get the first downs.
Well, if they try to chew out 7 minutes, Vance, they're going to be sitting there with some sad faces.
Whistle still hasn't blown, and this Frontier crowd loves it. Their quarterback taking 3 Drillers on a quarterback keeper, and I think everybody just expected the whistles to blow, and they never did. That's a big game.
Well, Evan Moore's playing a heck of a ball game, Vance. You know, with the exception of the 1 turnover, and that 1 turnover was more like a punt than a turnover anyway. He's done a great job, Vance, of managing this game. He has some big runs early. This half, he's just been getting behind those big linemen and just pushing through for 5, 6, 7 yards a pop.
That was a 7-yarder, and they come hard with a blitz. Oh, a nice play. And Triton Douglas took a big hit, so it's getting very, very physical out there. I mean, it's been physical all night. I know it's a redundant statement, football game, but the Drillers starting some very sophisticated blitz packages, slants coming in from everywhere. They're trying to do something to frustrate this offense.
But that's what makes them so tough. You talk about the smaller Vance. One of the things is hard to figure out where they're coming from. They don't get down the line like a traditional defense, so they're always moving. Guys will come from different angles, so they just do a good job of just attacking with the speed.
3rd and 3. They go with the big guy. Triton Douglas, huge first down.
You know, in BHS, Vance, 5:31, but they have 3 timeouts. It's a lot of time, but they do have to get a turnover or a stop right here. It's going to be hard to get the turnover, as you see 1 timeout being used now. It's going to be hard to get the turnover, Vance, with them on the ground game running like that. Those front guys are going to have to get some penetration in here and take some chances and see if you can't get them in a situation where you have to pass. And then hopefully you got to let your guys make a play on an interception on the ball goes in the air. Now the Titans, they all have to just keep doing what they're doing. Right now, Coach Lewis is doing a heck of a job of calling this ball game, putting his guys in an opportunity for them to have success. What he's doing is he's I'm not going to out-athlete you in certain spots, but what I can do is I can give my guys plays that give them the biggest chance for success. And I think you have to give Evan Moore a lot of credit tonight. He's played a heck of a ball game, Vance, throwing the ball and running the ball and just managing this game tonight as that clock in the second half has just continued to churn.
Thank you, B. Frontier just fine with having a timeout called by BHS. They're able to kind of get their composure together and kind of get geared up for this last 5.5.
Now, if you're Frontier, you just want to see that line blow off the ball and your quarterback in your backs, run hard and secure the ball.
1st and 10. BHS going to get called for encroachment. Or at least that's what I think.
Once
And it
again,
is.
you are right, Vance, and that's not what you want after calling your timeout, is to put yourself in the 1st and 5.
Well, .5:31 remains in the 4th quarter. The Drillers trail by a touchdown. Frontier, Moore has Douglas back there with him. They stay on the ground with Douglas. Douglas cuts in, takes another hard hit. This time his helmet does pop off and the flags are coming out. And this has not been a game marred with a lot of flags and a lot of penalties.
And look at Coach Lewis. He's telling them, don't lose your composure. We got this. We got a clock rolling, and you guys are going to commit penalties like that, personal fouls. They're going to move us back, and the clock stops.
Looks as though they might be calling this against the Drillers by the reaction on some of the guys
Oh,
in
they're
the
calling
blue
a
crew.
face mask.
They called a face mask. Ooh, and it's a big one.
Yeah, because, you know, the Driller players were acting like the flag was thrown after getting hit after the whistle, which it was a hit after the whistle, but that's 15 against the Drillers.
Ooh, goodness. And they start the clock. .5:13 and counting.
They're going to have to take some chances, Vance, and really try to get in that backfield and get Triton before he gets going, because he's not feeling that ankle right now. He's just run on pure adrenaline.
You're absolutely
and there's a play
right.
right there we're talking about.
We're under 5, everybody.
And what a good ball game, though. Both teams playing hard, making plays. I thought the officials have done a great job tonight, Vance, officiating.
What a great
you know,
game.
the kids are playing. They're letting the kids play and let them make the plays and determine the results out here in this game.
They break out of the huddle. 4:20 left here in the 4th quarter. Frontier at Griffith Field. And the flag does not go because it's a timeout. All right, timeout. Last second taken by Coach Lewis in the offense. So, we have a break in the action. It's been a very exciting night. Brian and 2 of his other teams that played here for 3 straight seasons, 39-0. They ran a record up. Some big names here tonight that were honored. And
you know, man, I was listening to the public address announcer, and I did not know in that 3 years there was only 330-something points given up in 3 years of football.
wow.
You know, I knew we played pretty good defense. I knew, you know, we made plays and we could score on defense and stop teams. I didn't know it was that fewer points scored in 3 years.
About 100 points a season divided by 12 games. Wow. Around
you
12
said 13 games.
Right.
13 games each year.
Wow. All right. They break out of the huddle with 4:14 remaining here in the 4th. They lead by 7, Frontier does. On a 2nd and 8, they stay on the ground with the big guy, Triton Douglas, and he grinds up a huge first down, a big one. A big one, and Brian, you said it, that ankle's not even existent right now.
And this is what he did against Ridgeview in the second half. You know, they just use that line, that size, and then he just runs hard and just starts going through you. And Vance, you talked about it. I didn't think they could run it out for 7 minutes, Vance, but you said they're going to try to run it out 90 yards, and they're doing a good job right now. They've almost run half that time off the clock already.
All the drillers packed in tight. The only receiver out here is Bushnell, but they're going more Douglas. Douglas continues to pound. He gets up to about the 33-yard line. So it has been a steady dose of Triton Douglas. I don't think Cash has carried since they left the 10-yard line.
No, and this is not the time that Cash is going to carry. Cash did his damage in the first half as we have a timeout by the drillers. And really, Vance, you know, Cash is playing that first half. That second quarter is what got him back in the game.
Exactly right.
And so then now you turn it over to your finisher. You know, Cash was your starter tonight. And then you got to hit that arm and you bring in your finisher and you got the closer. And he's doing what he's supposed to do, Vance. He's getting his shoulders going towards the line of scrimmage. And he's making the driller say, if you're going to stop me, it's going to take 3 or 4 of you, but I'm going to pick up 4 or 5.
Well, well, well. 3:35. (28-21). I'll just let you soak in the moment for a second. Stay on the ground, of course, and it's the big boy.
And that clock keeps ticking, Vance.
Third and 4. We're going to go below 3 minutes right now. Douglas in the I formation right behind Holmes. They go Douglas. Douglas behind Holmes. Big first down.
That could be all she wrote right there, Vance.
Brian, hats off to Taylor Holmes, the junior running back that is running right in front of Douglas. They took this ball on the 10-yard line with 7-something on the clock and have executed a really, really nice drive.
Also in the Marine Corps Great American Rivalry Series 10-up battle.
Wow.
The winner is the Titans.
2:29 and counting. The drillers have 1 timeout left. Fumble! Oh my goodness. He coughed the football up for a second. Bobbled the football. Oh, everybody in the Titan squad over here just went, ah.
And that ball just popped straight up, Vance, and luckily it pulled to where he could catch it.
Ugh. 2nd and 11. .145 and counting. They stay with Douglas. Douglas looking to do some more pounding, and he does. And now, all of a sudden, Brian, you're starting to see the defensive backs saying, oh my gosh, here he comes again, and again, and again, and again,
Yep.
and again. Every single carry. Look at this, Brian.
And again, Vance, he goes up to the outside, gets his shoulders straight up on the line of scrimmage, crossing, just runs through drillers.
I don't know if I've ever seen a series like this. Well, except for Ryan Matthews.
Yeah. And this is a big decision on 3rd down, Vance. You throw this ball and get an incomplete pass, the clock stops.
What do you think about like a bootleg?
That's not a bad call.
Fake it to try.
Yep, not a bad call, because Moore's been running the ball strong anyway. And then if he gets tackled, you're going to be well under the minute mark. And you can go for a field goal attempt now.
Great. Now my longtime good buddy Coach Lewis is going to watch this and say, Palm, you knock it off. 137, 28-21, 3rd and 7 for French. BHS territory. On it and in it. On the fabled Griffith Field grass. And they are at the Driller 22. And it's a 3rd and 7. Everybody on the Frontier side standing. The BHS crowd is thinned out just a tad. They go right up the gut with Douglas again. This time he stopped at about the 19-yard line. And the clock continues to tick. So some precious moments going off, but I'll tell you what, B, as we see Tyler Kemka come on, he's going to try to make this a 10-point football game right now.
Well, this is huge right here.
It'll be
you gotta make sure you're not offsides right there.
About a 37-yarder.
There's a block.
It's
Oh,
up,
you almost got
and
it.
it's short. And it's short. Woefully short and to the right.
Give Jermaine Irvin Vance credit. I thought he was going to get a block on it, but he forced that ball off to the right. If we get a replay of this, Vance, watch how well he gets off on the outside, Vance. And he's able to come over here, Vance, and basically force that ball to go out to the right. Because if it had been kicked down the middle, he'd have blocked it.
So, 54.1 left. The Drillers on their own 20-yard line have 80 yards to go. Rufus. They go right up the middle with it, and they don't have a lot of time. So
yeah, I'm not understanding that play right there, Vance, for 45 seconds left. Unless he's going to set up that little pop pass they use.
Rufus calls the signal. Gets it out there. Confusion on the far left side. Rufus throws this one out. It's incomplete. Clock stops. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6.
And you know, that's right now, the down doesn't even matter because you gotta go for it anyway.
Rufus has time, throws across the middle. It's dropped. I saw who was it intended for, and I just inherently thought it would be caught.
Now you think it's going to be caught, Vance. He's going to take off and score with it, but what a big drop. Now you have a 4th down and 6. And this is it right here.
It almost like a hook and ladder for a second, for just a split second, like, oh boy, here we go. Hey, Kern County, what about this? 4th and 6, and a timeout taken by Coach Cornford. He wants to make sure that every single Titan out there is extremely clear and very much focused on what has to happen here. On a 4th and 6 from their own 23-yard line with 28 seconds to go, the Drillers trail by a touchdown. And this is pretty much it right here. They have to at least pick up 7 yards, 6.5 yards to get a 1st down. And if they don't get it, this football game is over. Wow.
And you see right there that ball's a little bit behind. That's a catch this young man can make.
Wow.
But I think one of the things that he doesn't get a ball thrown to him, Vance, until you got 30-something seconds left in the 4th quarter and you're down 7.
Joey Porter now down on about the 7-yard line. Wants to see what this play is all about. Here it is. Everybody's on their feet. 4th and 6. Rufus drops back, has to have a man open. Throws, ball's deflected, game over.
Game time, victory formation.
What a big play. What a big play. And the big fella that knocked it down, number 60, Ivan Kosarev. I shouldn't say the game's over. There's 24 and a half left.
The game is over. There's nothing you can do. No timeouts. You got victory formation.
You're right. Just want to be careful. Well, well, well. And here it is. A very deserving Evan Moore takes the knee, and that's it. The Titans defeat the Drillers. So the Drillers, in a span of 3 weeks, have lost 2 home games in the same season. And what this does for the league ramifications, what this does for just the Titan football program, and as important, what this does for the Driller football program right now, because, Brian, this is a big moment for both schools.
Well, Vance, you know, we're setting up for 2 undefeated teams in the league. Last I heard, Stockdale's undefeated. They were beating Liberty. And now you have Frontier undefeated in the league. So it could be a big showdown between those teams for the league title.
Oh, boy. A 28 to 21 lead hangs on a 90-yard drive.
And I got to talk about my partner, Vance Spider-Man Palm. He scaled up the fence, jumped in, rocked the boat. Get a picture of Spidey. But he was on full effect right there, Spider-Man Vance Palm.
Well, we do what we can to get this presentation going here. So, let me just say on behalf of our director, the Godfather, Zachary Flores, our senior director, Bernie Johnson, Dave Farnes, Carlos Sanguiano, my partner, Brian Adams, congratulations on a big night tonight, Brian, and myself, Vance Palm. It's been a pleasure. Hey, everybody, get ready, because every week from here on out, it's going to be a big one. Frontier wins at Griffith Field. Have a wonderful weekend. Good night, and God bless.